Hiya, and welcome back to Monster Village. The game that teaches us that this game ended up getting me into the actual Monster Hunter series. If I hit the hide button. Hit the hide button and nothing happened. Okay, so here's the goal. We're gonna try to do 2 routes per stream, so it should hopefully take only 3 streams to get through. I don't know how long it'll actually take, but you never know. Anyways, let's just hop right in on tonight's docket. It is Jin and Runin. Starting with Jin. I hope he's okay. Everyone needs time to heal. This also includes yourself. Morning already? Feel a bit dizzy from sifting through the documents yesterday. I know Gerald is not really into technical stuff, so I had to teach him with these things too. It's a good thing most of the trading and village documents are sorted properly. I guess the Elder even thought of this scenario. The Elder is no longer here. Every time I think about it, it still feels like a nightmare. I know I haven't been here for too long, but it almost feels like a second home. There's no use thinking like this right now. The village needs to recover. It's not the first time I heard about a village losing its elder. There's a lot that needs to be done, and me sulking will not fix it. As I sat up from my bed, a wet towel fell on my lap. Huh? In that moment, I think I hear someone talking outside. About to get up and check, but the door opened up to both Grano and... Jack? Are you sure I can wear these? It makes things easier, yeah. Besides, you wearing your armor makes us more worried. Well, if you say so. Oh, you're awake. Jack is a golden retriever. He's a golden retriever. I am genuinely convinced that, like, if you just tell him to do something, he'll be like, okay, and do it without question. Like, Jack, I need you to kill a man. He'd be like, okay, and just do it. Grano, you're here? I am still here. How do Nya feel? You looked paler than a Kezu when I saw Nya. A bit dizzy, I guess. But what are you doing here? You're not even gonna notice me? Sorry, it's just that my mind is still racing. It's understandable, Nya. You were extremely stressed for the past few days without any rest. Not just that. Grano, explain yourself. Meow. Your report! Why did you give me the wrong medical report the other day? Does that still matter, Asher? You know how much that stressed me out during the start? You were there! I mean, yeah, but... Let me explain. When you stopped by in the morning, I did give Nya the right report. But after Nya left, the commander and Admiral came by to check on Sir Largo, Nya. I was, roughly escorted out of the room while the doctor and Admiral took a look, Nya. Why were you kicked out? Shouldn't you have access to it since you were the one tending? I thought too, but I was being watched. I cannot do anything risky. That night, I checked on Sir Largo again through the window and saw the chest having claw marks that wasn't there before, Nya. So I was right. The Admiral probably did something to Sir Largo. Wouldn't be too weird to think that the Doctor and Admiral had an argument. I was about to tell you, but a hunter spotted me and was locked up in one of the houses with the villagers. I wasn't able to leave until everything was already over, Nya. it was a catastrophe. I'm sorry. Finally stayed by Sir Largo's side. Well, you still need to. He might be in a cat-napping coma, but you've got to keep an eye on him, yeah. I am having too much fun. Hang on. I'm gonna disconnect the MacBook real quick. Okay, so what I had to do was I had to, like, move the I have to, like, keep that unplugged for now because, like, my MacBook is somewhere where I can't easily see it, and now it is. Now it's somewhere where I can easily see it. I need to figure out better spacing for shit with the new layout because it is even more cramped. It's open and more cramped. Alright, there we go. Alright. Let you two know if there's any development. And Asher? Huh? Don't lose hope. I'll be sure to help you two if you need me. Thanks. Jack then waved at us and left the room. So, now let me check on ya. No, I'm fine. Sorry if I—
Oh, shut it! Just let me do my job. When my patients don't let me work, it just creates more furniture work for me later. Yeah.
Let's see. Grano forced me to lay back down on the bed and did a few tests. Even continuously asking me questions that I've already answered over and over. Sometimes I cannot tell if he forgot or just double checking things, but I started to wonder if all doctors are like this. Yes. Okay, your temp is normal and you should be fine now. I told you I am fine. And you drank a max potion after that food poisoning without taking a cat nap. And you've been stressed for almost 5 days straight, which is too much. Even for someone as positive as you, Nya. Sorry. I know Nya collapsed the other day after the hearing, but I needed to help the villagers first. That Jack kid said you were just too exhausted, so I thought you'd take a little cat nap. But then I heard from the chief that you helped him all day, so just imagine my worry, Nya. It's enough to make any cat's fur stand on end. Okay, I'm sorry. I just felt so responsible after all that's happened, and I wasn't sure if I deserved even rest. Everyone deserves rest, Nya. You are not from here, and we are not your responsibility, Nya. You can help, but we're not angry at you, Nya. So stop pushing all this blame on yourself. Kids these days. Always overthinking things. Yeah. Alright. So I know I just said you're fine, but please don't make things too stressful. Can't have your hair whiter than my fur yet, Nya. No! Manual labor today, Nya. Just try to relax a bit more. The last thing we want for you is to have another panic attack. For real. Thanks, Grano. But can I still go see? Only if you can. Mentally, Nya. I can. Where does hope go when love temporarily fades? I have a button on my audio interface that lets me trigger canned laughter. I don't have that, but I do have a... And you best believe I'm going to be using them. Jin. I was silently hoping he was working today here, but it doesn't seem like he is anywhere around. Maybe that's bad for me to do that. Grano is right. Still need to move and be strong for Jin. Leo! Maybe he can tell me more on what happened with Jin yesterday. Remember, Gerald said he was taking care of Jin. Leo! I just wanted to ask... Did he just run away from me? Did I say something wrong? I barely said anything, though. This hurts. What the hunters did. Once respected the guild, being able to support and include everyone. Why are the villagers not part of that? Why is the elder not included in their protection? Yeah, sure. Huh?
Are you alright?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're crying there. A lot.
Huh? I wiped my face, and I did feel tears in my eyes. I didn't want to worry Gerald, so I just covered my face and composed myself. Tried to wipe as much as I can, too, but I didn't notice I was actually crying a lot. Sorry, I was just thinking about things.
If there's anything you need, talk to me.
No, it's really nothing.
Just stop with the tough guy act.
Huh? Oh, Leia. I wasn't trying to be tough. He was asking Leo about Jin, but Leo just ignored him and ran away.
What?
He's probably back at home.
That kid.
No, really, it's not a big deal.
To hell with that!
Leia. Leo is just enabling his brother's trauma like this.
If I get my hands on him, he is still my kid.
And Ginny is my best friend. Sorry, Chief. Just got worked up there.
It's alright. We are in tough times.
How are you holding up? Both of you. Just really worried is all. How about you, Chief? You barely got any sleep for the past few days now.
You know how hard these things are. I underestimated the work the Elder puts in with just the trading system he made.
Don't forget to rest. I'll take over the construction if it helps.
Thanks, Leia. But I don't want you handling my mess yet.
Alright, but let me know if you need some help. You're our chief and we don't want to lose you too.
You say that like I'm weak!
Chief.
Alright, maybe I should take a break.
Good. I already asked Runan to make something for you.
We ain't got that much. I'll just have whatever's there.
You know that guy is great at making things from nothing.
Alright, sure. What about you, kid?
I actually needed his help. Huh?
What kind of help? Maybe I can go and take a break, Chief!
I just need him for something tedious. It's about the materials we use. He works for the guild, and maybe I can get a better idea in the future.
I see. Let me know what you find.
Sure thing, Chief. We need to talk. I kind of felt like you wanted to. Why couldn't we? Might not seem like it, but the Chief is also struggling right now. And it's not about the Elder. He's trying to take care of the entire village, but it's helpless with his own children. Oh. And I love Ginny like my own little brother, but damn it all if his own brother ain't helping him. But what can I do? If Leo won't talk to me, then how can he will. I wasn't joking when I said you have no idea how much he is into you. Listen to me. He ain't alright, that's true. But if the guy he admires wants him to be better, I'm sure he will at least try to believe him. I hate to admit it, but since you're the one involved with all this, only you can help him. But, still not convinced? Let me explain it from his perspective then. Ginny lost his parents, who doesn't have a lot of us he is close with. Outside of the Chief and Leo, it is mostly only me. So then he saw the Elder's death, which is already heavy for him. Not only that, City tried to help you by going to get some mushrooms, which caused all of this, so he already feels guilty. But he loves you, someone who is both a human and part of the guild. The same group that killed the Elder. Ginny is the most unfortunate yet sweetest man I've ever met in my entire life, and he doesn't deserve any of that. If anything, he's probably so conflicted, he doesn't know how he feels. Jin, I didn't think about all of that. She's right. It really does feel like Jin is just being pushed around by everyone, including me. Besides, I am sure Ginny can open up to you. You cared for him, even if you're an outsider. That's something to think about. Okay. And? Leia took a deep breath before speaking. And with what happened to the Elder, I don't blame you. I know you did what you can to prove Ginny innocent. I couldn't do anything when he was shot back then. And if I only knew what to do... Fuck my inexperience! Right. I almost forgot about that. When the hunters first got here, they were hostile and the Admiral shot Jin. I'm just happy he is not hurt, but I feel sick thinking about it. The other reason why I want you to help Ginny is because I don't know if he hates me too. I don't think he hates you. Jin isn't like that, is he? That's what I tell myself to keep me sane. If I do talk to him, I'll be sure to let him know. That's all I ask. Go. I need to distract myself for a bit. Thanks, Leia. She's right. Might be the only one to reach Jin because I'm the one who witnessed it with him. And after what we talked about yesterday, I don't blame Jin for thinking it might cause the Elder's death. But my issue is not Jin. It's Leo. Okay, what is up with characters named Leo being semi-toxic? Like, I get it, he's not actually... I don't think he's being toxic, but, like, it feels like he is. What is up with characters named Leo being toxic? No, he's not! I'm aware that he isn't. I just don't know how to feel right now. I don't know how to feel. The English language cannot describe how I feel right now. So I'm just gonna... Okay, there we go. I feel better now. I approached the door and was about to knock when... Bro, just leave it to me. I know, but... I ain't gonna let anyone hurt ya. It was coming from their room. Oh. I was describing how I felt. Because the English language cannot... does not... There are not enough words in the English language to describe how I felt. It was coming from their room. Part of me wants to talk to them, but I also want to hear what they have been talking about. Oh, I know sneaking around is not ideal, but I really need to know what to do. Maybe I can learn something better, or first. I'll walk around the side of the house. If I remember correctly, there should be a window where I can hear them better. This feels wrong, but at the same time, I want to hear Leo's reason for enabling Jin's trauma, or what Leia claims. Forgive me, Jin. There ain't any buts here, bro. You're silent again. Sorry. Ugh, no, I should be sorry. I don't want us fighting like this. Not after what happened. I told you my part, why not tell me yours? Let's start with your human. Look, you can trust me. I want to help you too, but I need to know what you want from him. I don't know. Alright, that's a good start. Why don't you know? Because I love him and... Take your time. I'll be here for you. And I don't know if I should hate him. Right. Because he is part of those humans, right? I told you before, you want to not doing anything with him, do so. I don't know much about what happened inside there, but I can tell he failed you. Dad seems to like him, and I can't stand it when he was the reason you're like this right now. Permission to strangle Leo. Do I have permission? You're my brother. I care and love you more than myself, and that's why I'll protect you. Okay, cool. Leo, get over here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my fist and shove it up your ass. Then I'm going to grab hold of your spine, and I'm going to rip it out of you, through your asshole, and then I'm going to hang you with it. And then I am going to have a proper conversation with Jin about why he feels the way he does while making direct eye contact. I care and love you more than myself. That's why I'll protect you. Who was there for you when that man shot you? Who was there when you keep waking up from your nightmares? I don't like seeing you get hurt. I don't forgive anyone that causes that hurt. Leo, I still don't want to lose him. He did protect me. Oh, shit, you're right. That would traumatize Jin even more. So let's not do that. Yeah, let's not murder Leo. Better idea. I will pull Jin aside, sit him down. No, I'm trying to figure out a way to help Jin and hurt Leo without causing any more trauma. For Jin, I couldn't give two shits about Leo. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to pull Jin aside, and we are going to sit down and have a conversation with him, and we are going to actually dissect what he feels and figure out what to do, while making a prolonged eye contact with Leo. Mirrors exist. Here's the thing. I already know Leo, he's gonna be like,
No, let's go sneak up across the house. Let's go sneak up across the house and listen with my massive elf ears.
So a mirror. I'm gonna hold up a mirror, talk to Jin, and make prolonged eye contact through the mirror. I will not stop until Leo is emotionally drained. Leo doesn't have ears. They're right there. Are those not his ears? Are those not his ears? He did protect me. Then tell me, why did it all come to this? Just why? I don't understand any of this. I'm sorry, I don't get all of this anymore. I feel so useless, but I don't want to leave you alone. Leo, I'm sorry. It's alright. I shouldn't force an answer from you. But say the word and I'll beat him up. No. I know you're still unsure how to feel, and I just don't get all these feelings and stuff. I want to at least be by your side. Always. Thank you. But don't you have to work? Not without you. How can I work on my brother and correcting my mistakes? I'm sorry. I tried to act like Dad. But I can't focus on work if you're not okay. You're always so kind to me. Okay, never mind. We're not going to emotionally damage Leo. We're not going to emotionally damage him. It's because I'm your brother. No, I mean, even if we aren't related, you always treat me so... Don't even think about that, bro. That doesn't matter. We're family. You already know the chief ain't my real dad either, but that doesn't mean I don't love him like one. Same goes to you. Being my brother means I need to love you too, protect you. Even if you're older. Don't be embarrassed. Here, you want me to brush your hair? We can talk about something else. Did you know I heard Koku earlier trying to deepen his voice like his dad? I moved away from the window, making sure I am not heard. Took a huge sigh before walking away towards the construction area. Once I arrived at the construction site, I sat down at the all-too-familiar tree stump at the side. I need to collect my thoughts on their conversation. It just felt too overwhelming emotionally. But I think I understand what Leo was trying to do. Because of what I did, Jin felt angry towards the hunters and humans for killing the Elder. But since I am also a human, I am also dragged in his hate. I guess Leo doesn't know exactly what happened. So from his view, I caused the Elder to die and Jin to feel depressed. What do I even do in this situation? Maybe I should just leave. Leave? Huh? Oh, it's just you. Ouch. Just me, huh? I have feelings too, you know! Sorry. I just have a lot on my mind right now. You want some company then, Sir Asher? I think I do. Jack sat on the grass beside me, facing towards the construction area as well. I actually like Jack. I actually like Jack as a character. Does that make me a shitty person? He is so golden retriever coded. But does that make me a shitty person if I like Jack? I don't know, I still like him. I still like Jack. Like, you could just... He didn't do anything besides being a bitch! Like, yeah, he testified against all of them. However, I've been looking at things from his perspective. I actually like Jack as a character. I think he's well written. And I like him. He's funny. He is a golden retriever. Just... Jack, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to do a sick as hell backflip. You'd be like, okay! Yeah, no, you're not interested in his perspective. You're interested in the perspective where you are looking up, crotch level, up at Runan. I'm pretty sure that's your preferred perspective. Jack sat on the grass beside me, facing towards the construction area as well. It's amazing how fast they work. I got a good look at this area for a while now, and I can already see a lot of improvements. The ceilings are way too high, though. Yeah. By the way, how is Sir Jin? I was about to say something, but I suddenly remembered Leo's words earlier, stopping me from talking. I see. Do you think I wasn't able to do enough? What do you mean? Like, do you think I could have prevented the Elder from dying if I just didn't pursue the truth? Hard to say. It's one of those things that we can never know if was the right or better decision unless it actually happens. I just hope it will bring peace to everyone one day. Why made you ask this, though? I guess Sir Jin is still not okay with us. I don't know what to do, Jack. It feels like if I talk to him when he is this confused, his trauma might get triggered. But if I don't, he might end up hating humans. Doesn't help his brother wants to beat me up right now. I don't think talking to him will cause trauma, though. What do you... Oh, right. You wouldn't know. Wouldn't know what? You see, Jin is not from this village. He isn't? He's actually from Yukumo. The hot spring village in the mountains? Same one. I've been there a couple times during training, before I got placed in Dundorma. I used to visit Yukumo and Berna. The drinks they had aren't my thing, though. Since you're a hunter, can I ask some information? I'm still pretty new. But since you know about Yukumo and you've been there during training, you should have heard of some rumors, right? Rumors? Have you heard about the hunter who's slain the Zenogre there? Oh, I did! The village celebrated it by throwing a festival. Wait! Wasn't Wild Zenogre any related to Sir Jin? No, but there was another hunt that happened that night. Another hunt? Wait, Sir Largo mentioned something about it in passing when we were at the hot spring. Something about the sun and moon? You're right. It was a silver Rathalos and a gold Rathian.
Huh? In that area?
Even I was surprised, but I also remember reading this in the logs before. The Scriveners had to investigate this because usually these two subspecies don't really hang around in the low areas of the mountain.
Did they find out anything?
I waved my head.
Oh.
From what I remember, that quest was completed by the same hunter who slain the Zenogre before. That's been wild, being the only one that can see these rare subspecies. The hunter wasn't the only one who saw them. What do you mean? When Jin was a child, him and his family were attacked by these two monsters while headed to the festival.
Wait, what?
But they didn't live in the village itself? How can they? Jin and his mother looked like a Zenogre and they were plagued by one. And if you know anything about Yukumo, they have a habit of taking omens like these seriously. If anything, they might think Jin being in the village would kill them faster than the monsters.
I see.
Jin and his mother, who were both true Ovarians, just stayed outside the village. Luckily, their father was a hunter who provided for them.
And by attacked, you mean...
I nod.
I see.
Jin lost both his parents and was brought here by someone who knows about this village. I actually assumed this was the same Scrivener that wrote those notes I presented. It has got to be him. I can't even imagine what Sir Jin is feeling right now. Neither can I. That's why I'm confused. I don't know if it's selfish of me to force him to talk or if I should just wait. In the little time I saw Sir Jin during that hearing, I can tell he was quiet. Maybe you can prepare your words instead of just thinking of what to do. Prepare my words? You know, think about what to say if you're so worried. Maybe write it down somewhere and give it to him like a letter. If you can't talk to him, that doesn't mean you can't communicate. You're right. You're right! I can talk to him about how I can help. Maybe I can write it down. Jack! Let's go? Thank you. Without even me asking him, Jack understood that I needed his help. I went back to write down all I felt and have Jack read it to see if it sounds nice or offensive. Went back and forth for a while, and it was a lot of revisions. I can't seem to write my feelings properly without it sounding so selfish. Before we knew it, it was already getting dark and Jack had to go back to the farm. In the end, I was only able to write even a handful of sentences. Even so, I'll make sure my feelings reach Jin. Choosing the right words can be a great help. There is no need to rush healing. Remember. What about this? It sounds too much like a tragic hero in a novel. Can you give me an improvement for once rather than just telling me it's bad? Hey, you're the one who needs to write. I'm just here to read it. You barely got anything done last night. I think I'm getting rusty in my writing. Might just be that you're used to writing reports. Notice that you tend to start your sentences with connectors, making it sound too formal. Well, I don't want it to be too direct. What if he gets offended? I'm about to get offended. Okay, let me just go over it again. I really want this to be perfect. I really should go check on Sir Largo. Just don't overthink it. The more you do, the more your writing sounds like those weird descriptions I read on quest boards. Oh, that bad? I think I read one where this woman wanted me to give their number to a Kezu. I am not that desperate. Am I? During your first draft, and I quote, Oh, Jintaro of the mornings. Hang on, I gotta go over the top. Oh, Jintaro of the morning sun, please hear my cry as I want to be with you. The only plea I request is in the word pleasure for you. I thought it was romantic. You seriously don't see anything wrong with this? Okay, I really should go now before I hear more disturbing things from you. You can handle this yourself. If anything, that last one was already pretty good. But maybe remove that poem you added at the end. I thought it was romantic. It's cringe. Fine. I'll check on you later then. Just bring me something other than your rations for dinner. I'll see what I can do. What the fuck is this game? As Jack left the house, I look out the window while he walks away. I always look out this window whenever I want to admire the village. This was originally the Elder's old house, too. Could the reason he built it here was to check on everyone? Elder. I know I haven't met you for long, but seeing how much you cared about the village made me feel welcome. Maybe I can start working here as the guild's handler? That is if they still allow me after what I did. I know we uncovered a murderer, but that really didn't change the fact that I went against higher-ups' orders, and the guild really is a stickler for that.
Blech.
Taking the handler exam sounds annoying anyway. I look at the paper I was holding and read it over again. Jack's right. I shouldn't think about it too much. Maybe I should remove this poem. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is even happening? Where is he? I've looked for Jin everywhere. Asked Gerald earlier that he already went out to help Leia, but she said that she doesn't know. After visiting the construction site, the farm, the elder's house, the storage houses, and even the road to the waterfall, I couldn't find anyone or anything that hints to where he is. Now I'm here at the market, hoping he was just here. Leo! Ran over to Leo, who was carrying what it seems to be a crate of ores. Leo, do you know where Jin is? Yeah. Great! Will you tell me? No. Huh? Leo then turns around and walks away. Wait! What do you mean you can't tell? Is he in trouble? Just give it up. Give it up? Give up on what? I ain't trusting my brother to someone that didn't do anything for him. You humans don't deserve someone like him. You did nothing for him. You're wrong. What did you just say? I just said, you're wrong. What the? I did nothing for him? What did you do to help him? What did I do? I was there for him when he was broken down. We lost your granddad and you were just sleeping on the grass like you live here. That's... Leo slammed the box he was carrying to the ground, breaking it with the contents flying everywhere. Because of his sudden action, the attention of everyone here was now on both of us. Leo? You don't tell me I didn't do anything to my brother! Dad said you protected us, but you failed to protect the guy you were fighting for! I proved that he and the village was innocent. And what did that cost? Was our granddad and Jin's life not enough for you? You might be the hero here, but you ain't hurting my brother anymore. Hurting? I've been going through shit too, you stupid idiot! You don't know that I failed? You ain't suffering my own way? How selfish can you be? Well, you... Leo lifted my body by my shirt collar. His grip was so tight, even though instinct of trying to escape was difficult. You don't belong here. It's your kind that killed my grandpa and made my brother suffer. You humans better leave now or I'll make sure you regret it. Leo, put me down. You're not thinking about... Shut up. Leo readies his fist as he swings towards me. Shut up! Leo! Nothing? I slowly opened my eyes and I saw we are no longer by ourselves. Are you really that fucking stupid? Leia, catching the punch I was about to land on my face, attempts to pull me away while Koku tries to do the same for Leo. Don't get in my way, Koku.
Please? Leo? You're not like this. Let's just talk.
Calm yourself down. You've been scaring your boyfriend here. Looking more upset than before, Leo dropped me on the floor as if he pushed me down. Ouch.
Why, you little...
Enough! Miss Leia, please just leave him to me. Leo, let's go talk at my room.
Permission to pimp smack Leo's testicles. Permission to pimp smack. I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, so it's a backhand. Like that, and then just... Okay, I got it. Koku dragged Leo away from us while apologizing to everyone that he passes by that saw everything. And what are y'all staring at? Y'all mind your own things! With Leia's commanding tone, everyone dispersed and went back to what they were doing before. Some of them started picking up the oars that Leo scattered too. Let's go over there. Leia got me back up to my feet and led me outside the market toward the bridge. Damn that Leo! I knew he was angry towards that one human, but to actually punch you? Thanks for saving me back there. He ain't thinking right. Stupid bastard. Why did he do that? Oh, maybe because you provoked the guy? I wasn't even lying when I said all that. But you questioned his love for Ginny. No matter who you ask, that's the same as pointing our claws at each other. Just forget about that now. How can I? I care about Jin too, that's why I fought so hard and He was kinda right. I failed to protect the Elder and traumatized Jin. There's no excuse for that. Maybe I should have let him punch me. You want me to? Huh? I'll be honest. What you got Ginny into makes me also want to wreck your face. But unlike Leo, I understand you had some struggles during all this too. Huh? You did, right? Nobody in the village knows how much you struggled and how much you had to sacrifice. Tears start to well in my eyes, remembering the struggle and pain I went through before and after the hearing. Stop accepting that you're an evil guy and just feel free to be a victim for once. How can you help Ginny if you can't even be nice to yourself? Heard from the chief what happened when he was called. Did you know that he was really worried about you because of the amount of stress he probably gave you after he got angry? He was pulling his hair out thinking because of what he did. He might have ruined the village. You knew about that too? The chief can scream when he wants to. What even happened? The Admiral, the guy that shot Jin, threatened him to do that again or something similar. Yeah, I am surprised the chief only yelled and nothing else. I've done something worse. I know. But it proves that you had to climb up a hole that the chief probably dug you in. Seeing you passed out after all that was over? I can tell you were just exhausted mentally. I go through that too, so I can tell. Leo just doesn't get it. It's not always black and white. He only acts through emotion, if not his dick. Brainless idiot. Sometimes I wonder where he got it from. What do you mean that he doesn't get it? All he understands are the things he saw. When he saw Ginny crying in front of the Elder's body, I can only imagine the amount of betrayal he felt. Leo trusts easily. Might actually be too much. So he only did that earlier because he really doesn't understand that you are a victim too. Don't get me wrong, I ain't defending that bastard. But don't take it against him. He's just too stupid to understand. Alright. Now, have you any idea where Ginny is? I've been trying to find him all day. Maybe he really does hate me. If you think he hates you, then why is he hiding behind that tree over there? Turn around and Leia was right. Jin was just peeking behind the tree looking at both of us. Jin, Riken even approaching me, turned back around and went back to the village. He probably saw what happened earlier too. Jin, as much as I love Ginny, everything would be easier if he just talks. Looks like he ain't ready to see it yet. But can you maybe give him this? Huh? Where did I... Check my bag and pockets for the letter I wrote this morning and I couldn't find it. Fuck, I lost it. What? My letter! Huh? How do I explain this? I want to tell Jin how I feel, but obviously he doesn't want to talk and I don't know if what I say will help him. So I wanted to write a letter instead. Maybe it would be better than talking his ear off. I see. Where'd you think you lost it? I was holding it earlier and... But Leo grabbed me. Must have dropped it while we were arguing. I have to get it back. No. Leia firmly grabbed my arm, holding me in place. What do you mean? Didn't you see Ginny run back there? He's probably sensitive right now, and if he ran away from you, you might just push him away if you get too close. Times like these, you have to wait until they come to you. Just stay home for now, and I'll find it for you. Hopefully Ginny found it, but you need to give him space. Still also upset with you. Rest. You haven't had proper rest, and from what I can tell, you humans are not as strong as you think. Especially after hearing you got a stomachache from eating berries. It was rotten.
Go!
Leia just pushed me to the other side of the bridge before turning back to the village. As much as I want to make progress with Jin, Leia is right. I have to be patient. But maybe in the meantime, I can think about what to do to get on better terms with Leo. Hey, Sir Asher? Come in. I was about to lay down and get some early sleep, but I forgot Jack was going to check on me today. Apologies for the sudden intrusion, Sir Asher. As long as you don't barge in here, it's all fine. I got some food here for you. Sir Joseph made an herb salad with some of the dried fruits I had. I remembered Sir Largo brought some honey with him, so I used it to make his dressing. It might taste a little bit like a mega potion, but it should also give you similar effects to one with more nutrition. At least it's not just plain rations. That's why I requested Sir Joseph. Jack handed me the bowl and a fork. He sat down in front of me while stretching his arms. I think I'm getting used to the farm. Lucky you. How was Sir Largo? The medic dropped by earlier and told us he should wake up soon. So I'll only be here for a while. Sure. I guess the letter didn't work out? Huh? Oh, right. I wasn't able to give it to him. Did you get scared, or... No, I lost it when me and Leo got into a fight. Ah, that's Sir Jin's brother, right? Yeah. I haven't really met him before, but he did visit the farm one time. He just ignored me. But I think that's because I'm still a hunter. Well, things got complicated and I must have dropped the letter when we were fighting. Leia, she, the Rathian, helped us move away from each other. She told me she'll look for the letter, but it might have already been thrown away by one of the other villagers. We did cause a scene, after all. Hey, it won't be bad. You can always write another and maybe have Miss Leia give it to Sir Jin. I was going to, but... I'm sorry. I need some time for myself. I don't think I can talk right now. Don't apologize for that. I'll let you eat dinner then. You know where to find me if you need my assistance again. Thank you. Without saying another word, but with a warm smile, Jack got up and left me to my thoughts. As I stare at the ball in my hands, I can't help but feel scared still. I'm trying to be as optimistic as I can, but I don't think I can keep thinking it will all be okay. While I ate the salad, I felt somewhat rejuvenated. But while my body is recovered, my mind is still not calming down from the events today. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything else and just went to bed for the night. I sat up after barely getting enough sleep. In the end, I just stared at the ceiling until it got dark. I just passed out from boredom, but maybe that's why my eyes still feel so dry. I want to see Jin. I want to hug Jin and tell him it's okay. I want to hold Jin's hand so he knows I'm here. But I have to talk to Leo first. Coming. It was difficult to stand up when I feel this exhausted. Got to the door and opened it to my surprise. Huh? Gerald and Leo? To say I was slapped awake that Leo was here is an understatement. Gerald must have heard what happened yesterday.
You look terrible, kid. Did we arrive too early?
No, I was just waking up myself. Come in. I beckoned both of them to come inside as I clean up a little, making some space for them to sit down if around the usual table.
Thanks. Now I'll get straight to the point here. My kid wanted to say something to you.
Our eyes then went to Leo, who was obviously feeling very uncomfortable seeing me.
Well?
Look, why do I have to say something?
Because I heard from Leia that you were about to knock his face off. We talked about this, son. You don't just go doing that to anyone, human or villager.
Well, he deserves it.
You better say you're sorry or I'm gonna...
Gerald! It's okay. I'll be honest, I was the one who started it anyway.
See? Then tell me what happened, but from your perspective.
I was looking for Jin the entire day, but I couldn't find him. But I saw Leo and I wanted to ask him where he was. One thing led to another, and I questioned Leo's love for Jin as his brother. Leia even told me that she was angry at me too, so I don't think I deserve his apology for anything. If anything, I should have let him punch me in the face.
I still will. Enough! Swear to God. I understand how both of you think that way, but this isn't the time we should be fighting with each other. Leo, I already told you that this kid has gone through way worse than us being just locked up.
Oh, sure. Defend the guy that gave my brother and your son more trauma.
I will not have you stop!
I slammed my hand on the table as hard as I can, catching both of them off guard. Jin is the one suffering right now. If both of you also fight, how in the fucking hell will that help him? I don't care if Leo hates me, but I've had enough of all this yelling. Just let me help Jin. I'll do anything you want.
Well said, kid. You still doubt him, son?
Dad told me you were stressed out of your mind while trying to prove my bro didn't attack that hunter. What exactly happened?
Are you sure?
Dad, please, I want to know what actually happened before Granddad died. I'll tell you everything. In return, please let me see Jin. That depends on what you did. Gerald gave me a worried look, but I just gave a nod. Deal. I slowly recall the events starting from the night before Jin went to the waterfall. Both Gerald and Leo were patient with me as I try to remember what happened, not leaving any detail behind. However, Leo has been asking more and more questions as I continue, questions that are not really related much to the events. Questions like, was that the best choice? Do I feel confident about what I said? Am I sure that it was important? I answered all of them honestly, and he didn't really show a satisfied or dissatisfied look. Usually he just nodded and let me continue. After talking for about almost 2 hours, I ended with how I woke up after passing out from exhaustion after the hearing.
I didn't know it was that bad, kid. Makes me hate that blue coward even more.
There are many witnesses to his crime, so I doubt there will be an escape for him. I, on the other hand, might not escape as easily. You're stupid.
Huh? Son, what are you talking about?
You're so stupid. How can you support my brother without a job? What? Listen here, Asher. My brother is important to me. I ain't that smart to get all that, but even I'm not stupid enough to know you cared. And I will be saying this. I am sorry for almost hitting you. I am sorry for saying you didn't do anything. Leo. What? Thanks. This actually makes you... Tears start to well up in my eyes as I start crying in my hands.
Hey? Are you alright, kid? Look what you did, son.
What I did? I was complimenting the guy.
Well, you better apologize.
For what? No, it's just... I feel so relieved. I keep wiping my face as tears continue to fall down. That's right. I should stop being the bad guy. I am a victim too. I was so scared after what had happened. When Jin pushed me away and stopped talking to me, I was so scared he hates me. All I wanted was to prove him innocent and save everyone, but I just made it worse. I'm sorry, Leo. I'm sorry, Gerald, for not being enough to protect Jin. Tears continue to fall from my eyes as I keep apologizing over and over. So much emotion that I've been keeping inside just exploded after feeling relief. Hey. Shit, I am really not good at this.
Oi, language.
Dad, not the time. And when you got angry at me, I felt really scared.
You're about to be punched, so it's normal, and...
I was scared that, Leo, you'd hate me too. Huh? Shouldn't have said anything about you and Jin. That was stupid. I was so scared and lost. How do I get you to understand me? I'm sorry. Look, everything's alright now, so maybe ease the sorries a bit and maybe try to relax. I took several deep breaths, trying to calm my emotions down and stop crying. It took a few minutes, but I was eventually able to stop the tears and control my breathing easier. I'm fine.
Are you sure, kid? You want me to get you to the doctor?
It's okay. I'm feeling better. Just need to get it out of my system.
It was a lot. So, what do you think, son?
I already said I'm sorry. And let's just say we are even. I feel really stupid now.
Well, you are dumb as a rock sometimes. Wonder where you get that from.
Doesn't that mean you're also dumb?
I swear. Always nice to see a villager smile.
A villager?
Why you look so confused? You're one of us now. Right, son?
Yeah. And it's not like me to hate anyone that long. Welcome to the family, mate. As they welcome their hands towards me, tears start to well up in my eyes again.
Hey, it's all okay now.
You're gonna get dehydrated! Both Leo and Gerald start panicking again after seeing me cry for the third time. Leo had to fetch me some water to keep myself hydrated. After calming myself down, we all agreed to end our talk for now since it has been a heavy morning already. Wanted to get some fresh air too, so I headed outside with them.
Are you sure don't need rest, kid?
I'm feeling better now. Getting all of that out of my chest, I somehow feel lighter now.
Well, don't expect me to carry you out of the water when you fall again.
I'll be fine, I promise. But, can I talk to Jin? Huh? Both of them exchange a worried look, which doesn't really give any good news to my eyes either.
Kid. All three of us had a long talk last night. Well, this kid is more open to resolving things with you. Jin still needs to have his brain to come or something.
What? Dad, just stop.
What I meant to say was my brother ain't ready yet. Whenever he sees it, he doesn't know if he should talk to you or he should keep his distance. He's scared, not of you, but how you would react to see him after how he treated you.
I see.
Look, I'll talk to the guy and I'll try my best to have him talk to you tomorrow. Sometimes it's don't get how you two get along. Because you have something special, Dad!
Thanks, Leo.
We'll be going now. My son has a lot of work today. Huh? I only have nail duty today. As I said, my son has a lot of work that he needs to do today. The favoritism is insane.
Leo gave a sigh, but he also just gave up and walked back to the construction site with Gerald. This might also have been punishment for what he tried to do yesterday. Thinking about it now, he did slam the crate on the ground, which sent the oars flying. I already feel so tired. Maybe going out today after that morning isn't what I need right now. And I'll need to fix my bed first and maybe get into better clothing. I've been wearing the same shirt for 3 days now.
Ah!
Sir Asher! Great. Jack is here again. Oh, fuck me. Jack, I am sorry, but can I talk to you later?
Huh?
Oh, that is Sir Largo. What is Largo's voice? I think right now Largo is the only character that does not have a defined voice. Because I remember all the voices. So I don't know what his voice is. You know what? Fuck it, I'm feeling spicy.
Hey.
Sir Largo, you're awake. I am sorry, but is this a bad time? No. I'm just a little tired. It's noon. The chief was here earlier and we had a talk, so... Ah! Must be the thing that happened recently.
Huh?
How do you... I was spying on you, silly!
Huh?
Sir, please. That's not even a good joke. He is clearly distressed about it. There's no reason for bringing it up. I can't help it! Sir Joseph was talking about it last night, remember? Of course I'm curious! Besides, I need to fill my brain with new memories from the day that I lost. Where did that logic come from? I'm sorry, but I guess Joseph told you what happened yesterday, but since when were you awake? I don't remember the exact time. It was actually when I came back after I visited you, Sir Asher. When I got back, everyone was gone, so I checked on Sir Largo and saw that he was awake. We immediately went to the feline medic, but Sir Largo almost passed out again after seeing Sir Joseph when he woke up. It was a devil Joe! Anyone would be shocked after seeing how close he was to my face! Then he told me he needed to rest before he got hurt, because, as Sir Joseph said, it would be a hurt stopper. I feel really bad for Sir Ridge. You and me both. I thought it was funny! Well, since you're well enough to laugh at, then I guess you can come in. Let me just clean up a bit. I already feel a bit exhausted after talking with Gerald and Leo, but now I have to entertain the hunters! I don't know what they need, but I guess this is Sir Largo's request. If anything, I should just go with it. I don't want any more trouble. Did you just have sex earlier? What? No! Well, it is messy here. I was about to clean before you two arrived. Ignore it, Sir Asher. Sir Largo doesn't even wash his clothes until he basically runs out. Hey! I wash my stuff too! One time you wore your armor because you didn't have any clean shirts from a graduation ceremony. That was a sign of respect. You were the only one wearing armor. Makes me special then! See what I gotta deal with? Then may Fatalist smite him down. Yeah, well, in the meantime, I'll stay here annoying both of you. Make yourself at home, I guess? I beckoned them over to the already set up table while I clean up a bit from earlier. So, what do you need me for? I was hoping to ask what happened when I passed out. Can't Jack just tell you that? Well, he did, but it does sound like he didn't understand what happened. Ugh. Is this a bad time? I guess I just... Okay, look. When the chief and his son were here earlier, I had to go over the hearing from start to end. It took almost 2 hours to explain. Well, I have enough time! Well, I don't! Okay, I like Sir Largo. Do you have anything to do today? Well, no. But then it's settled. I'm going to sit my pretty little ass here, and you are going to spill the tea, sis. At least let me eat first. Maybe I can ask Sir Joseph if we still have some bread. What about the raffins I brought? Bread, please. He is so happy. I really didn't expect my day to be just explaining things over and over. Jack did bring me something to eat while we talked, but it was nothing special than just some bread and a bowl of tropical berries. Unlike Leo, who was surprisingly fast to understand everything, Largo had more questions, especially on the more obvious parts. We're not gonna waterboard Largo! I even had to go over Jin's past and explain why this has more than just a normal death reaction from him. I expected my explanation would be the same in length as Leo's, but it ended up doubling. And that is how we got here. And where's the Admiral now? Don't know. When I woke up, he was already gone. If you prefer, we can return back to Dundorma and ask the commander. Do they need me right now? Maybe? Technically, you are still a victim in this case. Well, considering they left us here for now, means they want us to check the village, too. Huh? You know, cryptic Commander has always been. Could have brought us back with him any time. But instead, he asked you to look after me. That is because you're unconscious, and don't worry, I think I get what he plans now. I just didn't expect it to be so soon. Well, that's all of it. Talking all day has been so exhausting. Yeah, I can feel your energy slipping after hour 3. I told you, it's already the second time I had to go over it. I swear if I have to explain this again for the 3rd time, I'm going to strangle someone. Despite how it looks outside, I don't really like explaining it since I have to go over the details that led to the Elder's death, my own incompetence, but this is a necessary step if I'm to keep moving forward, so in a way, I guess I am also thankful for these two. After hearing all of that, I just want to fifthly say thank you. If it weren't for you, I might have been dead. Dead? But you were just in a coma. Oh, please. You know what would have happened to me if the Admiral was left in charge? I've been a thorn in his side for a long time now. Plus, it's time to talk to Third Jin. If anything, I should also apologize to him for slicing his leg. How is he? I don't know. Not good, huh? No, not that. I mean, I guess. It's literally something I don't know because I haven't talked to him in a few days. I'd like to believe it's not just me since he also hasn't been talking to Leia, his best friend. Seems like he has been studying people out. Were you able to find your letter? I was thinking of doing that, but you two showed up at my door. Sorry. Letter? I suggested that if Sir Jin won't talk to Sir Asher, then he should write a letter to him instead, so when Sir Jin is ready, he can read it any time. I see. Can I ask for your opinion? Thor! What is it? What do I say to someone who's grieving? That's a tough one. What if? Maybe you should talk about the death. Sir Largo! What are you saying? I think this is the best for Sir Jin. Explain. You explained earlier how Sir Jin grew up here after the incident at the mountains. That means he moved to a new place he is unfamiliar with. Alone. So, by how you two explain his talkativeness, I also think he kept to himself when he was young, including the death of his parents. I assume he has some sort of trauma being reflected because of this. Trauma? Leo and Leia told me that he often gets the same bad dreams. Recurring nightmares. I think he kept to himself for too long. He didn't have much to talk about his parents. When I meet victims from a village I met a few years ago, after their incident, they told me that it still haunts them. Usually it's those that lost their family or have been fostered. So that means, don't overthink or blame anyone now. You just need someone to talk about your elder's death. And it has to be him to talk about it. I can also imagine that his family doesn't know what to do, so they just follow what Sir Jin wants. Usually that's how it goes. So when he's ready to talk about the Elder. If he remembers the Elder for who he was, then maybe his death won't be his only memory of him. Yeah, this might work, but trust in yourself more. You've been able to convince an entire room full of hunters that everyone that lives here aren't monsters. You're more than capable of helping Sir Jin. Give yourself some credit. I'll be honest, if the guild strips your title, they'd really be losing someone talented. Yeah. I don't know how to say thanks for this. Well, Colin, even when you introduced me to him! In the meantime, I want to go and thread my leg a bit more. Is there a blacksmith here? I thought my armor was scratched and I wanted to see if it can be restored. No. Oh. Anyone qualified? Sir Largo, please. We already explained why they don't wear armor. Twice. That feline already said I might have some temporary memory loss, okay? And that feline said that I already might have some temporary memory loss, okay? And that feline already said I might have some temporary memory loss, okay? You try getting hit at the back of your head. Thank you again, Sir Asher, for everything. Fuck. Thank you as well for helping me. I think I just needed a good distraction right now. But seriously, leave. I haven't cleaned anything since I woke up. But it's getting late! I'm gonna sleep again anyway, so if anything, we helped you. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Yup. We're leaving. Hey, don't pull me like that. We got a marth. See? Left, 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 right, left. Sing it with me. Sing it with me, Jack. Left, 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 right, left. While trying to give me some much-needed privacy, Largo was forcefully dragged away by Jack. I couldn't help but laugh at their relationship. It's somewhat perfect, like they treat each other like family. Family. That's right. I am part of this village now. For the first time in a while, I finally feel confident in myself again. I am having way too much fun voicing Largo. I am having way too much fun. My back hurts. Spent all day yesterday just sitting down. I didn't expect to have this much of an effect on my back. In the end, I slept through most of the day today. I just felt really lazy all of a sudden. Or maybe because I felt relaxed? I really am getting used here. No, I shouldn't think about it. I deserve to rest like this too. I still want to talk to Jin. Hopefully Leo and Gerald convinced Jin to talk to me. And I hope Leia has a lead on the letter. Does it even matter if it's found? I guess I just feel embarrassed thinking about it now. Mostly at the thought of Leia reading it. I should stretch my legs. As I opened the door, I almost fell back from someone's sudden visit. We're back! Ugh, fuck me. What's that groan for? I was hoping to just relax today and not worry about anything until I talk to Jin. Yeah, but that's boring! I've got to make up for the last time I had. You try waking up after sleeping for days. Oh my god, fuck off, Windows. In his defense, Sir Asher, he did miss a lot in just a few days. Why me? Okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for death. One, you're my sexy savior. I am closing the store. Okay, I'll be serious. It's mostly because you're the only other human here. The villagers trust you, and I want to trust you too. You can say I got curious to the guy that finally got that Admiral in a corner. Well, I was just about to leave, and perfect! Huh? Sir Largo wants to see more of the village. Since we stayed at the farm, it was a bit isolated, which I have a question. Is Sir Joseph a hermit? Maybe ask Ridge on that. Actually, never mind. I think I know what he will just say. He just prefers to keep it to himself, if I remember correctly. So it's not because of his bad jokes. That might have been just more of a reason. Well, anyway, Thurja finally let Jack in early today after what happened at the farm. What do you mean? Long story. He almost died, blah, blah. So where do you want to go first? Long story, he almost died, blah, blah. So where do you want to go first?
Did you see that? Oh my, it's nothing.
It's really nothing. Sir Ridge just got a little too upset with me since I'm a hunter that is working with him. Sir Joseph had to separate us, and we'll be having a talk with him about it. So you're both just bored. If I have anything better to do either. I mean, you're here in the afternoon. Well, I was about to leave. Let's go! Hey! Let's go, boys! Left, 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 right, left. Largo grabbed my wrist, dragging me outside of the house before I can even close the door. How do you have this much strength on you? You thought I know the answer to that. Ugh, hunters. Sir Asher, I suggest just giving up on it. Once Sir Largo sets his mind on something, it's much easier to repel an elder dragon. Okay, we're just doing Jin tonight. We're just doing Jin's route tonight, because look at the time. I'm flattered! That's not a compliment. Then, can we just take our time? Right now, I want to wait until I hear from the chief. So, maybe we can stop by his place first. I think I saw Sir Gerald stopping by the farm before he left. Really? He's the Rajan-looking guy, right? I think I saw him at the stalls earlier talking to that Nergigante guy. This is going to be a long day. I am having way too much fun right now. Which one? Yes. Alright, boys. We're gonna be marching, so we need the perfect tunes. We need the perfect song. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. No, we're finishing Jin's route tonight. Where to first? Since we are looking for the chief, we should... I mean, where are you throwing us first? Personally, I am curious about how they construct the houses. Maybe we can throw around the houses on the way. Eh? Oh shit, we can only do one? Damn. We can only do one? Fuck. Wish I would have known that. Then let's go to the construction site. Yeah, I already saved. Where to first? Since we are looking for the chief, we should... I mean, where are you throwing us first? Personally, I am curious about how they construct the houses. Maybe we can throw us around the other houses on the way.
Eh?
Sir Largo, please try to get back on track. Sir Asher will show us around once he talks to the village chief. I know, but you want to know if you can talk to Third Jin, right? Yeah, but... Then why not just ask him? He is walking over there. Unsure what he meant, I turned to my side and saw... Jin? Largo quickly approaches Jin, making my heart pound from anxiety, especially since Largo doesn't know Jin's social anxiety yet. Or any social anxiety. Largo! You must be Third Jin! Thank you for rescuing me from the waterfall! I didn't expect it to be that slippery, but I guess it was my fault for having my leggings redone recently. But wow! No wonder you can carry me armor and all. You got a lot of strength there, buddy! Largo, let's talk somewhere else about this, and... This guy wants to talk to you for days now! Largo! He was really worried about you, you know! So maybe you should at least listen to him. I heard he has been a mess ever since you two stopped talking. I'm going to scream at the top of my lungs, I swear to God. Okay, I can't take this. Sir Largo, back to the farm with you. Hey! I was trying to hook them up here. Keep walking. Let me just... Keep walking. As Jack pushed Largo back to the farm, I can hear him say one more word before walking back himself. Good luck. That was foul. That was absolutely foul. I look over at Jin, who is looking back at me. Once our eyes met, he immediately looks away. You cannot deny that was foul. And the voice fits. It shouldn't, but it does. Even while silent, I can't help but feel relief that he is actually okay. Physically, at least. Oh, bye, Amethyst. Hey. I slowly raised my hand to touch his. It caused him to jump a bit, but unlike before, he didn't slap it away. My hands continued to move, holding his hand softly but with a firm touch. His palms feel a little sweaty. The tips of my fingers can feel the rough scales from all the hard work he's done. Can we talk? We can just stay here at the waters. Jin gave a nod. A smile formed on my lips. I was trying to keep this happiness contained for a bit since I am starting to reach out to him. Thanks. While holding his hand, I guided him to the bridge while we both looked over the river stream. I gave him a bit of space, eventually let his hand go. I don't want to rush this and scare him. He might still be thinking about his conflicted feelings towards me, so I should be patient with how I do this. This is nice. Just you being here. It was really lonely without you. I know I have no right to say this, but I hope you will forgive me. With the Elder. You don't need to say anything. I just want you to hear my thoughts. I've been thinking for a few days, and I want you to hear it. The Elder, he is such a wonderful Wavarian that I want to keep working here. He reminds me so much of the Commander when he first met me. Always looking after me, but not being too lenient that I stray. I want to hear you talk about him. I want to hear what are your thoughts about the Elder. I wonder what you're thinking right now. My memories. The best memory I had with my grandfather. If I think about it, it was not anything sweet or nice. Best memory I have of my grandfather was the day he first made me cry. I was still getting used to having everyone around me. I didn't do much, and I just kept to myself. It's hard to trust anyone here. I didn't grow up with anyone else but Mom and Dad. We used to watch the rivers and look at the little fishies when Dad was free, while Mom could only think about dinner. So when I miss them, I just go to the river and imagine them talking to me. But I was surprised when the Elder suddenly lifted me up and sat me down on this bridge's railing. He supported my back, making sure I didn't fall down into the waters or the wooden steps. Now this is better if you want to see it from a different view. Standing here, I suddenly remember when Gerald made this bridge. He is the one that offered to be with you. I believe you might not have known his name yet. He was quite the character when we were younger. Always believing he would be having a wife before having a child. But now he sees young Leo as his own kid. He was quite happy when you agreed to stay with him. One day, he told me that many of the items he wants to show me always get wet when getting to my house over there. He said it was too troublesome because he had to put everything in a crate, no matter how small. After all, I am a large Wavarian. I am the only one that can reach this place with ease.
So we decided to make this bridge overnight. Imagine my surprise when I saw this when I woke up. But the first one did not stand my weight. It seems like we might have some rain tonight. Even when rain falls from the sky, it always returns to the land where it was from.
While he continued to talk to me as if everything was fine, I stayed silent. But there was a sincerity in his words. It doesn't feel like he was brushing off my sadness. More like the other way around. It felt like he was not forcing himself to be with me, as if he just enjoys that I am there with him. Even as a child, I understood that he was very smart, very wise. I didn't know it came over me. I usually keep my thoughts to myself and keep my guard up. But for the first time since I got here, I felt safe. Safe enough to talk. I am listening, young Jin. I miss Mom. I miss my dad. Young Jin, it is normal to feel that way. Can you tell me about your parents? I want to hear what you all do together. Really?
I do.
But why? Mom and Dad, gone.
They're not gone. You still remember them. Young Jin, do you love your mom and dad?
Yes, with all my heart.
And they are not gone. They are still with you. They will always be with you. In here and here.
He points at my chest then my head. It was very cheesy when I think about it now. But what made it so memorable was the next things he said.
Young Jin, have you ever cried for your mom and dad?
Cried?
I've noticed that you are always by yourself. Yet when I do see you alone, you are just thinking. Your eyes, they look sad and upset. But I can also feel that you are holding back. So, young Jin, if you feel sad and upset, you don't need to be scared of showing it. You can cry to anyone here and they will care for you. And if you still feel worried, I will always make time to hear your cries about the pain. You are family now, young Jin.
The built-up pain I felt just exploded that day. I cried and cried and cried until my eyes were so red it looked like Leo's scales. I've only known my parents for so long, so it's hard to trust anyone with my feelings. But grandfather, he made me cry out all my thoughts on this bridge. And I felt so safe showing my vulnerable side to him that it helped me learn how to trust in my new family. So when I ever feel like I need to let out my thoughts, I go to this bridge and just cry. Jin? Huh? You're crying. Did I say something bad? Sorry. Must be something difficult. You don't need to explain. He was just looking at the waters, not saying anything and not talking. But then he suddenly started tearing up without making a sound. Whatever he was thinking about, it must have been about the elder. Jin? Jin, if you're feeling sad, you can cry out. It's just, I noticed you were crying, but you were holding your breath. It's as if you don't want anyone to see you cry. Take your time, Jin. I care about you, so I will not judge you. I will be here when you're ready. You sound like him. I do? the elder, right? Mm-hmm. I am sorry I couldn't protect him, but I'll make it up to you one day. I mean, I don't know what to do right now, but I will know what to do eventually when I'm given the chance again. I told you, remember? Huh? I swear on my name I will protect you. I reached out my hand and held his. My sudden action did make him jump a bit, but he didn't move my hand away. Instead, he gripped it tighter. I am... It's okay, Jin. You can take your time. I will make time to listen to you, no matter what happens. Okay. Jin took a deep breath and wiped his face before speaking up again. Can I not hate you? Huh? That is something I didn't expect. I'm sorry, Jin. I don't understand. Can you tell me more? Okay. I am sorry. You're not mad? Oh, I thought you had more to say. Let's do this one by one. Maybe I can answer all of your questions. What are you sorry about? For not talking to you and pushing you away. It's okay. I already forgave you for that. And you shouldn't be sorry for not talking to me. If you think about it, I should be the one to say sorry. Huh? You needed space and I should have given it to you. But instead I kept trying to reach you and, well, got into a fight with Leo. I am sorry you had to see it. Guess I was right. Leia told me that you might have seen what happened because she saw you watching me. You remember that? Yeah. I was actually happy you were watching me. Despite what you had to see. Because that means you were at least still interested in me. I guess it made me feel relieved. But me and Leo are fine now. He was very protective of you, and understandably so. He loves you as much as any brother would. Yeah. He might be a straight-up idiot when it comes to catching men, but I think he is the best brother anyone can have. Kinda makes me jealous of being an only child. A genuine laugh. It might be quiet and short, but I am happy he still has the ability to laugh after all he went through. His smile always gets me. Doesn't matter how big it is or if it's 'cause of me, but I want to see him, I want to keep seeing him smile. So Jin, you don't have to be sorry about anything. And if you still have to, I forgive you. It's really hard to be mad at the guy I love after all. Thank you. But I'm so curious about what you said earlier. I thought you were the one angry at me. I thought I was. You thought? Leo, Lei, and many others said they were angry at you. I thought, as a part of the village, that I should be angry at you too. I see. So he was just avoiding me because the others are too. I guess I understand why. I mean, the hunters that invaded kind of did the same. But what made you realize that it's not what you wanted? Huh? Like, how do I explain this? You decided that you don't want to hate me, right? If that's the case, what gave you the push to finally talk to me? This. Jin grabbed something in his pocket and pulled out my letter! But where did you get it? Was it Leo? Did he take it? No. After you left, I helped pick up the oars. And I found this letter with my name on it. I see. I gave a loud and relaxed sigh. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just relieved it was you who found it. I was planning on giving it to you anyway, so I was happy that nobody else read it. I'm sorry. About what? I shared it with Leo.
Huh?
He saw me reading it at night and we talked. What did he think? After reading it, he said he will look at you himself. Look at me? I see. Makes sense why he was so insistent on how I felt yesterday when we talked about the hearing. He wasn't just trying to understand what happened. He was also trying to see if I really had the intention of saving you. I get it. This would have been easier if he listened to me first. I'm sorry. Don't be. He is your brother and I have to learn to accept him for who he is too. I just don't want to be flirted with when I'm already committed with you. Thanks for talking. The moment I touched Jin's back, a sharp pain coursed through my fingers as something bit me.
Oh my god, he's electric.
Wait, no, that's not entirely correct. I felt this before, during training. It's the same sensation as being shocked. When I look back up at him, I can see some of his fur are actually spiked up. Jin, is that thunder element? Huh? Sorry! It started happening after the hunters left. I am sorry. No. I'm actually interested. Huh? During the hearing, Gerald said that there might be a possibility your growth might include your monster's abilities. If I remember this correctly, something similar happened with you when you saw the Elder's death. I did? Maybe. The intense emotion you had back then made it possible for you to control your fur's conductivity. Wait, an ogre's body doesn't actually have electricity stored inside them. It's just a conductor for the thunderbugs that... Jin? Have there been more thunderbugs flying around you recently? Thunderbugs? Now that you mentioned it. Yeah, whenever I would visit the Elder's grave, I noticed that it is always brighter. And I saw a lot of thunderbugs around me. Is this new? I always loved bugs, but usually didn't come to me first. I see. What you developed is not thunder element, it must have been the pheromone that attracted the bugs. And your fur must have gone through some changes too. Leo did say my fur felt stiff when he brushed it. He brushes your hair? Yes. That is a weirdly cute thing Leo does. Anyway, this is an interesting discovery. But maybe I shouldn't think about it now. I don't think I am a scrivener anymore, so I might as well just be interested in you. I am still trying to control it, but... thank you. That smile. The relief I felt in my heart that almost made me fall on my back. I must be more stressed than I thought. You should get some rest. Are you sure? I can still listen to you. I feel so much better now. And I want you to be okay too. So, let's talk tomorrow? Alright. Jin tried helping me, but his body still felt a bit conductive. He looked very sad about it, but I told him to maybe clean himself up and then tomorrow we can hold each other's hands as much as we want. The fuck? That definitely lifted his spirits. In the end, I was able to feel better with how Jin and I were finally talking, but to be honest, seems like he resolved his internal struggles by himself. I have no clue why my cat's screaming. I have no clue why he's screaming. But it's... I don't know. You two should really meet the other villagers. I would if they'll stop running away when I get close! I mean, talk to the felines too. You two act like I'm the only population of this village. It's not like you're armed and Jack doesn't look threatening at all to begin with. What? It's true. Is it the hair? I told you Ethan have combed it back. It covers my eyes. What? Anyway, if the villagers run away from me because I'm a hunter, this idiot runs away when someone just approaches. I don't. When Sir Joseph said some joke about plants and being green, you ran away before you could even say the punchline. In his defense, I would too. Really? I thought it was punny. I am seriously going to ask for a transfer when I get back. It's been a few days now since Largo woke up. Since Largo and Jack often talk to me, both Largo and Jack often talk to me, but I think they only do it because they don't have anyone else to connect with. But I am glad they are adapting to the village. They're starting to be more open with the concept of true Ovarians. By the way, Sir Asher, I've seen the medic quite often, but where's the other one? Other one? I haven't met any other medic besides Grano. Oh, I meant the one that was looking for you before the hearing. The one that was sleeping here. Ah! I don't know. I think he's still in the Elder's house. He's basically the Elder's own feline, so when he died, he just locked himself up. Tried several times to reach out, but he never answers to me or anyone. I see. Then I must have been mistaken. Mistaken? I saw him wandering around earlier. Wait, you did? I wasn't sure, but I vaguely remember that fur pattern from a farm when I was on my way here. Maybe thought him grieve his own way too. But if this feline is indeed the Elder, then we cannot intervene on his own grief. Felines are extremely loyal, and when pushed too far, they tend to make things difficult, even putting their pride along the line. In these moments, we have to rely on natural healing. I see. I just feel bad for not being able to help. You'll be able to help in time. From what you two said, he has been locked up for almost a week, and being able to go out now is a step for healing for him. And if anything, the other villager and his fellow felines are there. I am Thor, they will help him too. You're right. Sorry for ruining the moment. No, it's fine. I'm just happy that he isn't dead yet. He looks sturdy. If anything, he's probably the best one here if he can take care of your Elder. He is massive. Was he really that big? Very. He doesn't even fit inside here anymore, so they had to make a new house. What? And I thought this one-room house was already big. He's an amazing cook. Did you know he was one who thought about selling the wishberries? Big and wide. Seems like a heavy eater, too. All the talk of food is making me hungry. We're starting to run out of rations. Well, you are. I still have mine. I bring rations, you bring jerky. How can you even eat something like that? It's called not starving, Sir Largo. What do you think? I know jerky isn't a big thing in Dundorma, but I always loved it when I was a kid. Jerky. Which one? They're talking about jerky. Not that. A slab of seasoned dried meat. We're just gonna say we haven't tried it yet. I haven't tried it yet, but I guess I am open. Even during my travels during training, I didn't get to sample much food from other villagers. Really? That's surprising! I always stop at the canteen whenever I get back from my hunts. He isn't a hunter, Sir Largo. Especially since you eat 3 platters a day. I was hungry! Anyway, I'll go get some jerky from my stash. I left it at Sir Joseph's house, so I'll just go get it. Sir Asher, make sure he doesn't run away. Some child! You're gonna be fine. If anything, I'll just eat your share. Now that's more like it! So. So, how are you and Sir Jin? You were evil doing that yesterday. At least you two were able to talk it out, right? I guess. Then what I said doesn't matter. Besides, it helps direct his hate toward me. You think he hates you? I don't know, but it was the best move I can do at a time. At least, as thanks to him for saving me. How are you also this dense? Seeing you smile makes me feel like it got you both closer. To be fair, I prefer if it didn't come out at all so the accident would have happened. No. I needed to come. Huh? Those other hunters that were there with the Admiral are loyal to him. It's practically his own set of yes-men. And with his charisma, it was hard to resist to just trust him. Little did I know at the time it was just ego. Why did you join the expedition here then? It was mostly because of Jack. He is new and said he got recruited by the Admiral. You need to come with him in case he tries to brainwash the kid. I'll let you mention it, Jack was pretty secretive during my investigation. Often saying that the Admiral forbade him from talking. See what I mean? Jack is still new and doesn't have much connection, so we might find people who want to connect interesting, not knowing they might be dangerous. I see the guy like a little brother, even though I only had big sisters. Besides, if I were to join, maybe I can find more dirt on the Admiral. Dirt?
I think the Admiral isn't the only one who knew about this village.
Huh?
About a few months ago, I've noticed that the Admiral has been flying a lot more on his airship. I didn't think much of it, but I actually thought he was finally getting serious. That's when I checked the reports. Or rather, lack of.
Huh.
No matter how long he searches, he always comes back with no reports.
Does that mean he didn't find any monster in the area?
As a scrivener, do you think that finding a public area with 0 monsters is possible?
I don't have much experience as a scrivener, but I have a really good grasp on how monsters think based on instinct alone. The idea of an area where there are no monsters at all would be impossible. No matter how much you search, a monster will always be the cause of a problem. And if there are no problems, that means there should be herbivores. The guild requires reports on those too. They leave their marks, tracks, and even victims for anyone to see. But if the report shows there is nothing for weeks or maybe months, this means there's info he doesn't want to give to the guild.
Right. I checked more of the reports and the locations are varied. There wasn't any pattern or clear path. It was as if he was looking for something.
Do you mean he was looking for this village?
I didn't know it at the time, but I think he is. The reason why is still something I don't understand.
I actually thought he wanted to steal your promotion. I mentioned it during the hearing that the Admiral wanted to be the judge of the villagers by sentencing them to imprisonment.
I don't think that's all of the story.
What do you mean?
He was finding the village and then eventually found it. How did he know that a village like this existed in the first place?
Huh?
Think about it. Someone must have told him about true Ovarians and that they are dangerous, or at least a settlement of bipedal monsters. That would explain his hostile approach. Did the Scriveners ever had any leads on this?
No, I don't think so. The closest I can think of are Wolverian sightings in distant areas, but those are usually just mountains or deep caves.
Something isn't adding here. It's just my gut, but I feel like this village needs to be guild certified soon.
But, hey! Jack, what are you doing? Why are you so panicked? The commander! What? Calm down, are you there with the commander? Yes, I'm sure. So I'm near the river when I was going to the farm. Called me over, because he didn't want to show his face to the villagers just yet. He asked if he can talk to all 3 of us. Say something! Calm down, Jack. This might not be something bad. Let's go find out. Right. Both Largo and I looked at each other, which made us aware we were thinking about the same thing. This might not be good news. I swear to God. We walk over to the area where Jack saw the commander. Me and Largo were surprised because he was actually there.
Largo, young Asher, I see both of you are doing well.
Commander, is everything okay?
There were some complications during the indictment of the Admiral.
Problem? What kind of problem?
It is okay, young Asher. I'm still dedicated on pushing through with this, and I will not stop until a favorable conclusion is reached. The problem lies in making sure true Ovarians are actually real.
What do you mean, real?
You see, many of the hunters denied that a village full of monsters exist. Because of this, there was some confusion in the ranks. Some claimed that the village was real, but most didn't. Of course, the Admiral claiming that he did see one, but I can somehow feel like he was overreacting to get an insanity plea.
What? No!
Calm down. Young Asher, there is a solution here, but it might not be the ideal one.
A villager needs to go with us. What?
In order to prove the village to be real, they need to see a true Ovarian. That is the judgment of the Guildmaster, correct?
That is the judgment of the Guildmaster, correct?
But that is correct, especially someone who witnessed the crime.
But isn't there only one that...
Correct.
Sir Asher, Sir Jin has to appear in court. No, that's not fair! Being exposed to the outside world is what the village was trying to avoid, and asking Jin to go to the guild to confront the Admiral is insane! Not to mention he started showing more signs of his monster side coming out. If he is unable to control it, we might open up another case where the village will look dangerous.
There is no other choice. If you want to convict the Admiral, we need hard evidence.
What if I protect and... The commander raised his hand.
Young Asher, I admire your bravery and dedication to the village. However, what happened during the hearing is different. That is not a real trial, and there was no proper laws instead. This is a real trial that requires an expert. Do not worry, I've already hired a professional to take care of it. Without evidence, you can be sure that it is the same as going into a hunt without your weapon. And even if you are the one who testifies, it is not good enough according to the other members. Same goes for these two.
Part of me wants the Admiral to pay for his crimes, but this would mean Jin would be put on the spotlight. And if that happens, I will ask again, young Asher. Can you convince Sir Jin to testify against the Admiral? Fuck. Fuck. Largo, baby, can you do us a favor? If we let the Admiral go, can you take a giant fuck you sword and shove it down his throat? Blade first, preferably. Terrifier 3 his ass. Yes. Please give me the answer. Oh, it doesn't matter? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter? Okay. What if there's another way? Sudden high-pitched voice startled all of us, making us look around for the source. While the commander, Jack, and Largo were struggling to find where the voice came from, I immediately knew. I was scared, but mostly worried, because the source of the voice was... What if I go with you? Will he die too? Okay, that was terrifying. Hang on, I gotta do something. Because... I fucked up. But that was terrifying. Okay, that is some serial killer bullshit. That was some serial killer bullshit. Like, genuinely. Like, that was genuinely terrifying. Because, like, look at this shit. Exactly. Fucker's staring at us like he's gonna commit a murder. Okay, we're doing these one route at a time. So, yeah. Stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.